Catus Maximus here. This is time doing a little video about this Craftsman. This is the 944-604 10-inch version of the ubiquitous crescent style adjustable wrench, satin finish. Slightly newer model, both because of it being the satin finish and having a wider handle. I have a slightly older version. I've actually done one other Craftsman adjustable wrench I couldn't find, which had the stamped in name rather than the forged name. But both of these are actually 44604s. It's just that we know this is the older version because it doesn't have the 9 before it. This does have the 9 before it, so it's the newer version. What we can see here both is the ubiquitous WF. So both of these were made by Western Forge. So truly made in the USA. Western Forge was a big contract manufacturer. But what's nice about the satin finish is both being able being able to compare to the immediately previous version. Well, I shouldn't say immediately. There's probably 10 years at least difference between these two wrenches. Of course, this is just a not bee blasted, but it's been deburred, tumbled or something after the manufacturing, just to give it that nice satin finish, which I kind of like versus the chrome. We can see the grinding marks on each side of the head. Pretty well manufactured. Actually, both of these are pretty well centered. Western Forge always did a good job. They use a solid pin instead of a threaded pin, so technically you can't take this apart because there isn't a hole on the other side. And even though this has some design changes which I like the satin finish, like the wider handle, we can see it's significantly wider than the older version, so just a little bit more comfortable to use. Once again, manufacturing symmetry is pretty good. That's grinding on each side of the wrench. It's one of the hardest things to do when making something like this, is actually grind both sides pretty well. Thumb screws are about the same, both nice buttress thread screws, although this one may be a touch longer, but I'm not entirely sure. One thing that we do know is longer is on the older version, they actually just took a moment to grind down that stem, so that when it's in the closed position it doesn't stick out, unlike this one where it does stick out. But having the longer stem when you're in an open position means that there's just a little bit more support. If we take a look at jaw play on this Craftsman, pretty tight down low. Checking the jaw play in open and closed and open positions just helps you identify just how good the parallelism of all the work is and machine work on the wrench. A little bit looser there. Even if we tighten it down a little bit, we can see that we have more play down here, or in the all the way open position, than if we have it all the way down here where it's nice and tight. So that just indicates that there's just a slight bit of taper relative to this. The milling on top of this wasn't quite perfectly in line with this. That's one other aspect of adjustable wrenches, which is hard to do real consistently. I think on this older one, yeah, it's tight down low, and if we open it up, same thing. So at least it's consistent with these Western Forge wrenches. Anyway, just wanted to do a little video of like one of the last of the American-made Craftsman adjustable wrenches. And in the satin finish, it's actually not a common finish. Most adjustable wrenches are either carbon black or chrome plated. Oddly enough, satin finish ones just, for some reason, never really caught on, although I do like the finish. Maybe it's not popular because it shows up dings and scratches a little bit easier. Anyway, thanks for watching.